All right, ladies and gents, Victory Monday. I mean, let's be real. We got something to celebrate, and we gotta we gotta call it out, man. The young kid had a really good game. Look, he's a big reason why we won this football game. So I want to talk a little bit about what I saw from the offense, and let's just enjoy it while we have it, guys. All right, y'all, let's get it. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around to watching this. Once again, guys, my name is Steven Hyder, and this is Gate City Sports Channel. All right, y'all, today's topic, Victory Monday. We're going to talk about Jalen Hurts. Look, coming in and doing what was pretty much considered to be the improbable, right? Beating essentially the number one defense in the league. This was a very good defense. There's no doubt about it. And I do think that they had no idea how to actually prepare for this kid. And I thought that was pretty apparent in the game that they struggled to prepare for this young man. And he got the better of them. Let's be real. It was nice to watch, right? I felt that if I'm going to get into this Victory Monday, guys, the first thing I want to call out is, number one, I haven't had the chance to watch the All-22 yet, guys. As I got on this morning, it wasn't released yet, but I have been able to go back through and I've been able to watch the game, the condensed game again. And just looking at this first drive again, which was 14 plays, it didn't result in anything. We ended up turning the ball over on downs, but we took a large chunk of the clock away, and we established something about ourselves, about the way we were going to do things. And I thought there was a departure from Doug Peterson in terms of the scripted play calling this game. That was encouraging to see, okay? I'll get into some of the other things about Doug, but at least from a game plan, what he put together as a game plan, those scripted plays, he showed an awareness of how to work the offense around a young quarterback. And I know there'll be people out here that are angry because a lot of the things that they did with Jalen Hurts yesterday, they should have been doing with Carson, but guys, there's a whole lot behind that. I can't judge that situation until we know more information behind those type of things. But yes, I do agree that some of the things we saw yesterday should have been going on the entire season. Some of the things that I saw, a lot of zone read, okay? We came out, we did a lot of zone read. And then right off the bat, we got, within the third play of the game, you got Jalen Hurts himself basically self-creating a rollout, right? He's going to self-create offense. He moves the pocket himself on a rollout for a first down, which was like on a 3rd and 4. He ends up just moving the pocket, gets outside, and just takes off. I mean, smart move. It's something that a lot of us have been saying that, like, hey, I mean, we're not saying Carson Wentz is Jalen Hurts, but that was one of the biggest criticisms we had about Wentz, is that there were times where there was open green field in front of him, and yes, he's not Jalen Hurts, but he's athletic enough to go get a first down on 4 yards, and he didn't do it. That was something that you can say for this young man was a big part of this game. He understood when something wasn't there, and he pulled it down and he ran. Other things I saw here, guys, is there were absolutely a lot of pre-snap motion coming out of these scripted plays. Now, I don't think this held up once we got past those scripted plays. I think you saw a little bit more of the traditional offense, and I think you saw a stall in us moving the ball as a result of that. And I think we have to address that later, but I want to be able to see the game film so I can be 100% with what I'm saying here when it comes to that. But I will say this. Go to the 6th play of the game, you got a pre-snap motion with Rager. Off of that pre-snap motion, you get Hurts, who ends up rolling right on a design throw to the flats. So they use pre-snap. They fake basically what's going to be like a little end around, and you boot. Basically, they roll him, they boot him right, and then boom, he dumps it off. A lot of things we've been wanting to see. Pre-snap motion, rollouts, right? Quick, easy, timed reads and throws for the quarterback. Why make this an issue, right? Give them their first and second reads. Do things to get those guys open, as I said in the pregame, and then do that. I thought we saw that, right? Very next play, you get a pre-snap motion from Hurts. Following that, you get a pre-snap motion with Rager again, and you do a quick pass on a wide receiver screen, right? Easy reads, pre-snap motion, make it easy on the quarterback, right? Past that, right, we get a pre-snap motion where we fake an end around. So go to the 10th play of the game, you get a pre-snap motion, which is a faked end around to Watkins, right? And then off of that fake for the end around, we then boot Jalen Hurts left. And he hits a little 5-6 yarder to Goddard. Like, good play design. It's an easy read for Hurts. And it's you're doing things to test the eyes of the linebackers. You want to test the eyes of the linebackers. That's what pre-snap motion does. It makes sure that they keep gap containment. And if they don't, you're going to get them the minute you start seeing they start slipping on your gap containment. But then you can see right from the start, guys, pre-snap motion, boots, self-designed offense from Jalen Hurts, giving the kid a little credit to himself, right? I mean, he had a big third down conversion in that one on a 3rd and 4 where he just took it upon himself that nothing's open. Boom, I'm going to roll the pocket. I'm going to go get this, right? We had another 4th down conversion where there was a drawn-up quarterback draw to where Hurts went and got the 1st down, right? Saw a lot of good, positive things from the offense in that series of events here, from the scripted play calls. Like, it showed me that somewhere deep down in Doug, there still is some competency. But the first drive came to an end from a series of very bad executions. And guys, by the way, I am going to do film study for you guys on this first series, and I'm going to show you everything. So that's coming up. But here's the deal. It starts off with guys not knowing the cadence, not being used to the quarterback, and right away we have a situation to where we got our tight ends not getting set on the snap. Kills us, right? Following that, illegal shift from Ertz because he didn't get set for a full second before the hike. You have a false start coming from Greg Ward Jr. So right now we're already seeing subtle things knocking us back out of scoring range right away. Very next play, Hurts does a really good zone read and picks up 5 yards and puts us into a manageable 4th and 2. This is where I think things get hard for Doug Peterson because there's a part of me that completely understands at the 35-yard line on a 4th and 2 going for it. There's another part of me that says, like, your defense already did this. Give your kicker a chance or pin them deep. I'm not gonna grind Doug up on this particular play call because I think it was tough. But what ends up happening on this play call, guys, is that we draw up what's going to be an inside zone run with Hurts, and to me it looks like it's clearly a zone read. And what goes on here is that Jalen Hurts, being a young quarterback, he reads the defense wrong. He sees a 43 over. And here's a lesson, and I'm going to break this stuff down, guys, like I said, in future film for you guys. Here's a lesson about over and under fronts. All right. All 43 over pros are over fronts, but not all over fronts are pro fronts. This is what this means if you're reading it. All right. You come out and you see a 43 over. All right. So you're thinking there's 6 defenders in the box. So he goes with the zone read. But the problem is you have to pay attention because when it's a 43 over pro front, that means your Mike linebacker is what they call the 0-0 technique. He's right over the center. That means that you need to be alert to look to see if they have 6 defenders in the box or 7 defenders in the box. He doesn't see Malcolm Jenkins coming up to make the 43 over pro. There's 7 in the box. The way you beat a 43 over pro, guys, is you hit them on the outside. That zone read should have been for Hurts to pull that down and take it outside. Probably could have converted on that 4th and 2 there. Instead, he gives it to Sanders, and then there's a tackle for loss, basically coming in from Malcolm Jenkins. All right. Look, he's young. He's going to make these kind of mistakes. I mean, things happen. Things happen, guys. That's all I'll say about that is crap happens. He's a young quarterback. These type of things will happen. Overall, man, I thought the game plan around the kid was smart. A lot of pre-snap motion, a lot of quick, easy reads for the kid, support him with the running game, let this kid be athletic. And, hey, if they're not, like, I don't know, guys. I got to go back and look. But it didn't look like they played the majority of the game with a quarterback spy. I'm sure at a certain point you have to spy Hurts. Like, I mean, he's killing you. You have to put a spy on him at a certain point. But it seems like they were late to that reaction. And outside of the lull we had in the third quarter, I mean, the kid was effective. I mean, I liked what I saw from the kid. I think that there's a lot of encouraging signs from this young man. And, to be quite honest, he's got a long way to go with his pocket mechanics, right? He's got a long way to go still with understanding and seeing things, but he feels pressure well. He is accurate on the short balls. I mean, he puts the ball in very catchable locations for the players. I do think some of his statistics are a little skewed. I will defend him on this, that yes, I said he would probably be 18 of 31, and he turned out to be 17 of 30. I think it's a little skewed, though, because I think that you got to consider the fact that he definitely had one where he was, he's throwing the ball away. I mean, yeah, it's an incompletion, but it's a pretty good incompletion when you're throwing it away. On top of that, I thought that the Ertz sideline thing was a catch, and I feel like you're robbing him there. Like, you're robbing him, it's He probably was a little better than what the statistics showed, to be quite honest. Um, Going forward, do I think there's a quarterback controversy this season? No, not this season. Like, to me, that's ridiculous. The minute you made the switch and you pulled Wentz, you tipped your hand, you showed your hand, now you have to complete it. I don't think there's a going back to Wentz without injury. Like, to me, you shut Wentz down. What's going on with Wentz is going to require a lot of work during an offseason. You're not going to fix that in a 4-game span. You could fix pocket mechanics, but it's larger than pocket mechanics going on right now with Wentz. You can't do that in a 4-game span. To me, it would be ridiculous. I do think there is some benefit to having Wentz see the game from the bench. I know that Wentz doesn't feel that way, and I know other people say, dude, that's overrated. I'm not going to say there's no benefit, but it's overrated. I disagree. I think Wentz just seeing another quarterback being so willing to take the checkdowns and how that moved the offense, and seeing a coach design and scheme first and second reads, very easy first and second reads, and how that moved the offense, should be setting off light bulbs of how he did the last 4 games of last year. Because there was a lot of that last year, right? A lot of easy, quick reads for Wentz. There was a lot of movement, a lot of pre-snap motion for Wentz last year during those last 4 games where he really came on. And then every now and then he would improvise a play where Hurts is running, Wentz would extend, and he would find a guy and make a big play there. I think there's lessons to be learned there. I really do. And if you're the coaching staff, I don't know why Doug did what he did in the post-game, guys. I don't know why he was that lukewarm. The kid was really good. I'm not the biggest Hurts guy. I'm not. But I don't understand. Like I said, I thought the kid was good. I'm not going to say that against the number 1 defense, putting up the numbers he did, moving the offense and throwing up 24 points wasn't impressive. It was very impressive. Past that, guys, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, give the kid time. Let's see what he does over these next 3 games. If he can beat Arizona, I think you have a really unique problem on your hand for the long-term future here. Because, you beat New Orleans, you beat Arizona, you got a shot, man. You still need Washington to drop a game, but you got a shot with Dallas and Washington remaining on your roster. So, I think that you got to give this young man time. You got to see what he can do. I mean, look, if you can and look, I'm going to have concerns going forward, right? Because I do think teams will do more to take away his first and second read, and Doug will have to get more creative to find his first and second reads for him. We'll have to do a little more because as game film gets out, people will get accustomed to what you're doing. But, man, the kid has showed attributes. You got to give him that. The kid has showed a pedigree, and you can't take that away from the kid. I liked what I saw, guys. I thought this was a pretty big, important win for Jalen Hurts, personally. All right, y'all. That's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, guys, I'm going to break down every single play, all 14 of those plays from the first drive because I think it's important. I think it's to talk about. We're going to do a lot. I'm going to show you the good with them. I'm going to show you some of the bad I saw from the game. I'll show you some of the crap from Doug where I thought it was just really questionable play calling, and thankfully this kid overcame what I thought was pretty questionable play calling at times. Situational. I thought Doug did a really good job scheming things in the game plan, but the situational calling as the game went on, I felt like Doug kind of regressed into who he was on the season again. But the kid overcame it. So that's what I got coming up, guys. Appreciate y'all. See y'all in the next video.